Welcome in. Again, my name is Trey. What is your name? How old are you? And yeah,
My name's Maria Lopez. I'm 28.
yeah, what brings you in today, Maria?
Um, well, lately I've just been struggling with my daily life. Basically, um, I work in marketing and I have independence for my family, but I am Mexican American, so there's a lot of going back and forth between my own place and my parents' house. Because there's a lot of expectations on me, my financial status, uh, my role as a female. So it's been getting really hard, and I've been getting some really bad migraines because of it. Um, and I've been feeling very scared because I've been just getting some scary thoughts recently, and I just thought I needed to come in.
hmm
And my boyfriend actually told me I should come in
hmm
today.
I do want to ask you, so you did mention that you go in between your house and your mother's house, but I do want to make sure that you do live on your own. Do you
Yeah,
still
I
live?
live on my own.
Okay, okay. When did you first notice that this was becoming a problem in reference to like the migraines and like the stress that you've been feeling?
The migraines, I feel like they've been going on for a while, but I didn't really care about them until I told my boyfriend about it, which
hmm
was I think like a year ago. I was very hesitant to even talk to him about it just because he's American, so he's white. He doesn't really understand much about Mexican culture and like the expectations and values. So, and in the past, I've mentioned some of that stuff, but he tries to understand, but I know he doesn't, so it's a little hard for me to open up to him. Um, but yeah, these migraines have gotten in the way of my sleep now, which is what has been why my boyfriend started to notice. So yeah.
What are some of the expectations that you live by and some of the morals that you live by in
Um,
reference to your heritage?
well, I was also raised in like a Catholic
Mm,
family, so we were raised that the man of the house, the our husband is the man of the house and the woman works or provides children and does the housework.
mm,
Um, but thankfully, since my parents moved from Mexico to the US, they've been a little tiny bit lax with it, but it's still there's the expectation of me being financially stable
mhm,
and being able to provide also for my household, but also not totally fully because my boyfriend, or if he gets to be my husband, he has to be the one providing for
mhm,
us. Um, and there's also the role of mental health in our family. It's not really talked about. My my parents don't believe that, to be honest. Um, they just ignore it. They don't know I'm coming in here today.
mhm.
And I don't want to blame them for my problems either because they've helped me a lot, but I can't ignore that maybe my upbringing did affect me greatly in school and now. So
No. I do want to just take a moment here to commend you for coming in for the first time. I know it could be very nerve-wracking, especially since you told me that mental health is not something that's really considered, important,
mhm.
at least in your family. But I do want to commend you for coming here and taking the time to speak with me. I think it's very admirable, and I want to commend that for you. So thank you for coming in for that.
Thank you.
I guess the next question I have for you is, do you feel like this problem was occurring before all of the things that you've explained to me as of up to right now? Do you think this problem has, been a part of your life for a minute?
I think it has been. I just never considered it as a problem because in my culture, it's more of like you keep your problems at home.
Mhm,
You kind of tough it out, you swallow it down, and you keep
mhm,
going. I didn't really recognize that maybe it was an issue until graduate school, but I didn't really think too much about it then. And then going into work, being in a diverse workplace has really opened my eyes a little bit. So that's why it's taken me so long to even
mhm,
start to talk about it.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that could be very difficult to experience all at once. Um, kind of like going into the things that you've been feeling. I know that you explained to me that you've been experiencing migraines, but do you feel any of that stress anywhere else in your body? Or do you feel like there are thoughts that you've been experiencing or changes in mood? Anything else that you've been
Um,
experiencing related to stress?
Well, it's also affected now my sleep for over a year.
Okay.
I've been getting really bad insomnia. Just I have so many thoughts going and roaming around in my head at once. About how to divide up my savings, what I'm earning, make a life plan for 10 years, what my relationship is going to lead into. And I also send money to my parents as well to provide for them, so that's always on my mind as well. But then also thinking of the role I need to uh, execute as the oldest in the family and the only female in the family, and hold that expectations for my younger siblings as well. Um, I think I've also just been feeling very tense in my body as well. Not so much as the migraines. Migraines are the most recurrent ones. But I think I've been having that probably since undergrad.
Mhm.
I've just been taking Advil, but it never really helps. Um, in terms of thoughts, of just lately scary thoughts have appeared that i- if everything could just go away because everything's getting a little too stressful and overwhelming. So yeah.
Yeah, I picked up on the fact that financial like means is something really important to you. And I do want to pose a question. And if you feel uncomfortable by this question, don't feel free not to answer. I just want to get a better assessment. If you were to basically essentially lose all your money today and not have anything, how would that make you feel? And how would you overcome that situation? Oh, not overcome. How would you deal with that situation?
I would break down and cry a bit for sure. Um, I don't know if I would confide in my boyfriend because again, I don't want my issues to be his issues. I know we've been together for a while now, but I still like to pay for my own as well.
Mhm.
But my parents don't like that as well. Um, I would think my parents would ask why the money stopped coming in. Would feel like an ungrateful, disappointing daughter. Um, I would really freak out and even try to go to some bad pathways, maybe.
Can you
Uh,
explain to me what those pathways are?
uh, like I've been getting the urge recently to just drink my worries away. I've not acted on it, but when I go out with friends or with my workplace employees, um, sometimes I get carried away, but then again, those thoughts of uh, wanting to disappear scare me out of it, so then I stop. And I'm afraid if I lose all the money I have, maybe I will act on even more of those thoughts of wanting to disappear. But yeah.
Is there a history of any substance use disorder in your family? It can be any substances.
My dad was a raging alcoholic. So was my grandfather. He passed away at an early age for me. So yeah.
And have either you or yourself or others attempted to end your life in your
No.
family?
If they did in my family, they wouldn't have spoke about it because it's hush hush.
And so don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's more of like what do you call it? Mm, a hindrance, humiliation on the family. So yeah.
Thank you for answering those questions. I know it could be difficult, but it does help me. So thank you. Um, Everything that you've said so far has been very impactful. I do recognize that finance right now in your life is a major, conflict in your daily functioning, and it's impacted your sleep patterns, your relationship with your boyfriend, your family. I want to know, has it affected any other area in your life, including your work, your past school performance, if you were in school? Any
For
other?
sorry, for the sleep, it definitely has affected my work a little bit.
Mm,
A lot of my coworkers have been concerned with how tired I look all the time.
mhm,
And then I sometimes miss little details that I usually don't miss. And then migraines kept me from doing anything fun in school because I just got so it hurt so much after class that I just wanted to go home
mhm,
and just close my eyes for a bit and then stay alone with no noise because anything would like make it worse, like any blinding lights, loud noises, interactions with people. So I did have friends that I hung out with and they understood why I was taking those breaks, but it definitely did affect me um, making other friends and getting closer to the ones I had.
mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm kind of recalling that the migraines are kind of the things that are kind of setting you back from your social relationships.
Yeah, which the migraines are caused by like constant anxiety with um thoughts to do well in school and obviously
Mhm,
now that I'm 28, do well in my job and be able
mhm,
to be a successful adult.
mhm,
Um and also anxieties of doing again the expectations of the oldest daughter in the family and doing
mhm,
well. Especially because my parents also didn't receive any higher education, so I'm the first in the family, so it's a big
mhm,
deal. So I have to do well, even with not just higher education, but also a job this high in pay.
mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah, I want to commend you because you made an interesting point of kind of carrying on the expectation that your your family has on you since you pursued higher education and you're doing all these firsts. I'm
Yeah.
hearing a lot of firsts,
Yeah.
and I want to congratulate you on those. First of all, like I'm very proud of you for coming this far. And then secondly, I do want to validate your feelings of stress on upcoming those firsts in your life. And I do want to notice that your feelings are valid. So yeah. I'm interested to know basically on your most painful or worst days, how might you experience not only the migraines, but your feelings towards other people, your job, your family on your worst days? Can you describe to me like a really bad day to you?
Mm, probably when I told my boyfriend because he was getting concerned and I felt that he knew that I was not doing so well. I was got like 2 hours of sleep the night before. Just kept tossing and turning. During work, I could barely focus because I woke up with a migraine right away. Even though I took something to help with it, it didn't really last too long. And then I couldn't, per the medications instructions, I couldn't take another one for a few
Mhm,
hours. So then it just put me on edge all day through work, and I kept making mistakes, and I kept blaming myself for making such simple mistakes and then started to hate myself a little bit.
mhm,
And then I grew even more stressed out because I knew the conversation was coming up with my boyfriend. Because even because I don't even share anything with my parents in that way. So even sharing with him was something I was not ready to do, but I knew I needed to do it because he had already asked the night before, so then it was on my mind.
mhm,
And then before when work ended, before I went, I thought of what if I just jumped in front of this bus right now and
mhm,
not have that conversation.
mhm,
Um, because I was so scared
mhm,
that he would judge me and call me ungrateful and not being able to pull through like how my family expects me to.
mhm,
I also was afraid that he would maybe say I was overreacting because he doesn't understand where I'm coming from
mhm,
and like his point of view versus mine. So that thought really came up. I almost did it, but a coworker, I think they thought maybe I was distracted,
mhm,
stopped me. Which in hindsight I am grateful for. Because the conversation with my boyfriend ended up going really well.
mhm,
But in that moment it was um a fight or flight moment. So I
mhm.
kind of wanted to end it all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Could you describe that experience as being scary or?
It was
And you're just like,
terrifying because I felt like my whole world was crumbling